Yeah, let's just get rolling. I don't want to do too much of an intro. I got my boy Drake Vliem here, Brandon Harrell. Haven't seen Drake in over a year now. We've been pretty shitty.
Overdue.
Yeah, long overdue. Drake's the closest to me. Well, you or Joseph might be around 5 hours from us too. I don't know. He might be closer to 6, 7, but he's down in Louisiana. But yeah, finally made it happen.
Yep.
Finally made it happen.
Had to burn up some vacation time. So I figured, screw it, I'll come up
What do
to
you
Austin.
do? What's like made day to day to you?
I do quality control,
For
quality assurance in the oil field.
Oh, nice.
I go out, pull samples, run tests on them, tell people your oil shit or
Right.
you're going to make a bunch of money.
Yeah, standard. Sure. It's like, how much do you hate landman?
A lot.
That's what I figured.
Dude.
Everybody's like, oil field now, text. Everybody's calling me.
I haven't like watched the show, but I've seen clips of it, and it just like irks me watching.
What's the biggest part? What pisses you off? Gets under your skin?
how they use tools.
Oh yeah. Well, it's all
Holy shit.
yeah. None of it's right.
You would think they would have some like jam up oil field techs like on set all the
They know
time.
how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hitting pipe wrenches with hammers.
Yeah, that never happens.
No,
Yeah.
no. If I see someone hitting a pipe wrench with a hammer, I'm leaving the fucking location.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, that's what plays into it, right?
Y'all deal with a lot of H2S? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I deal with some gnarly H2S.
Is there any of that in the show? I haven't watched the show yet either, but
I have no clue.
What's H2S?
H2S will
Nitrogen sulfide.
it's just
Oh, yeah.
death.
It is very, very, very toxic gas.
You can't smell it.
It's produced naturally,
Right.
but in low concentrations, you can smell it. It smells like rotten eggs.
Okay.
Kind of sulfur.
Oh, so you can smell it.
In low concentrations and high concentrations, it's dead. It deadens your sense of smell pretty fast.
Really?
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So like
How do you die? What's the do to you?
Asphyxiation.
Oh, nice. Good times.
Yeah. When I
It'll
was
knock you out. And
Yeah.
You don't even know it's happening, right? 'Cause
Nope.
You're just not there.
Nope. You take one good breath of it, you'll be on the
That's all she
ground,
wrote?
and it's heavier than air. So
Oh, really? So it just sits in your lungs and you're looking done?
and it's on the ground too. Yeah.
so
This is fun.
when you pass out, you hit the ground, and then you're in it. It's
How like, I know it's like a thing out there, but like, how often is this happening? Like, what's the fear level of this stuff? You have like sensors and stuff for this thing? Or
Oh yeah,
I'm sure, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
you gotta
HMS
wear. You have to wear monitors anytime you step on a location and shit. And they have like,
See, that's all you need to tell people. Like, people don't understand. They just assume it's the Wild West out there, which it is, but not in the oil field. There's so much safety and regulation
Yeah, there
for
is
this
a lot.
reason, so people are not just winding up dead.
See, when I was
There's a
younger,
lot.
when I was going to flight school, I dropped out of college and then I went and worked for my dad's friend who had a gauging business kind of on the side. He worked in a plant, but I was working with old wells that were dug. I mean, set up, what the fuck you want to call it.
Well, majority of them are, right? They've been around forever.
yeah. I mean, they still drill new
There's a
ones.
lot of old.
but-
Well, it was just a lot of old equipment that I was working with. I mean, super old equipment. Everything was messed up. I had to learn how to do a lot of stuff. And I was still color cutting tanks and everything like that with the paste on the gauging line and
I
stuff
do it
like
too.
that. Oh, do you do?
Yeah.
You do the color cutting? Dropping soap down the down into the
That
well.
was different reference. All right, continue.
Is color cutting what you call it too?
Yeah. We use color cut at my job.
Yeah. But then I was having to drop soap, so I'd have to. There was a chamber on top of the wellhead. I drop a soap in there. I close the top, then open the bottom, which it didn't. It was crazy to me because there's pressure coming up, but the soap would still fall down. I guess because it was all the same pressure. I don't know.
If the pressure's equalized, then it's
Yeah,
like
it just drops down in
yeah.
there. And then if the soap got stuck, then I got to open it all back up, and it would shoot that soap like 100 feet in the air.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll launch them
But I
out.
almost had my head blown off. I was, you know what a line heater is, right? So you've got a Big Joe on there, or it's like a regulator coming off of there, and then you have like what we call a fuel pot, and it was like condensation basically. I had to go open them every day and drain that condensation off.
Oh,
of them.
okay, a collector.
Collector, yeah. It's been so long that I forgot the terms for all this shit. I sound stupid. Probably I sound like I'm on Landman, but but yeah, I was, again, it was super old equipment, and there was a regulator that kept popping on one of these line heaters pss, 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 all the time, and I let one of the guys know that was kind of managed a lot of that stuff. It wasn't my boss, it was another guy, and his name is Bernard, and he's like, yeah, I fixed it like a week later. So I go back and to go just to get my numbers and everything. I go to drain that fuel pot, had a PVC pipe on it and just blew the whole PVC pipe off the side of it like an insane amount of pressure. And there's not supposed to be very much pressure in there.
Well, yeah.
Well, what he had done to fix the regulator that was popping, he didn't fix the issue. He just put a regulator on there or a check valve on there that was messed up. That was rated for 115 pounds. He put one on there that was rated for like 2,000, 3,000 pounds is what it was.
Just built up pressure.
So it just built up pressure in that fuel pot. So I kicked that thing open. It blew that PVC pot off there. I was like, what the hell? Well, something ain't right. I didn't get my numbers. I went and got back in my truck, started to go call my boss. Boom! There's a welded cap on top of there with a bunch of other shit attached to it. It blew it smooth top off. And like when I'm kicking the thing over my head is over the top of it. And when it exploded, it felt like somebody hit me. Bless you. It felt like somebody hit me in the back of the head. That's how loud it was.
The percussion.
And I called that dude that said he fixed it. And I'm like, you motherfucker, you almost fucking killed me. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Like, and I was working on old equipment, and like it was just dangerous shit. It was stuff that hadn't been worked on in a long time, and then shit like that doesn't have enough regulations. And
the shit that doesn't get maintenance regularly is sketchy.
And a lot of that old stuff doesn't get maintenance properly. Like it's just been like they're like, hey, it's working. Like, we're milking it a little bit. Let's just keep doing it. Yeah. Sketch.
How long you been doing it?
Since I was 17.
No shit.
Yeah. I've done everything from punching the hole to fracking it out, setting.
How old are you now?
30.
So you've been through a couple of rolls, like up and downs.
Yep. I've been through
riding
a
it
couple
out.
booms and busts.
Yeah.
But he lives in Midland too. So are there really booms and? I mean, I know there are booms and busts there, but does everybody pretty much have a job through the booms and busts, or is like a lot of people get laid off around there too?
A lot of people get laid off.
Yeah.
So like the population in Midland, when we're booming, it'll jump up to 150, 160,000, and then when it busts, it plummets to 100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people flock there for work, and then when it busts, they do a bunch of layoffs and shit.
Right.
People go home.
So you're born and raised in Midland?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've been in Midland my whole life, pretty much.
you're a champ, dude.
And
Yeah.
I want to get out of there, but I have a lot of ties there. My parents are there.
You got a career there too. I get it.
Yeah.
And you're not going anywhere else to make that type of money, so I get it.
Yeah.
And they don't have a Midland down here in Austin like that.
It's
that's
provided a pretty good life for my wife and our kids, and
absolutely.
it's all right.
So tell us about that, dude. That's something that they didn't show or talk about on the show. Is they made me and you kind of look very one dimensional. Didn't show any of our
I think they portrayed you as an asshole pretty well. Yeah. They did a good job.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
That one down.
I told them like I was like, man, just don't make me look like some dumb redneck. And now they made me look like an asshole redneck.
Yeah.
You got one part of it right.
Sure. Both of it. Both. They didn't show any depth and nothing there. But Drake's actually got 4 children. 2 of them are that you recently adopted last year from that were your brothers.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, we were going through the adoption process whenever we were filming the show.
And that was tough.
Dang, your poor wife. She was taking.
She's a trooper, man.
She's like, cool. I'll just deal with all this paperwork and the kids. Thanks.
She held it down the whole time we were gone, and our adoption date was actually while I was in Alaska.
Yeah.
No kidding.
And my wife told the state of Texas, because we adopted them through the state of Texas through an adoption agency.
Oh really?
And my wife told him, she was like, he's in Alaska for work. His work sent him to Alaska, and they were like, well, can he Zoom call us? We
not
can
so
do
much.
this court date. And my wife was like, no, he has no service.
What a legend. What a legend.
So,
what a dude. That's a ride or die.
She got our court date pushed back. And it was it's like 12 days after I landed back in Midland. We had our court date. And
that was tough on, like, I know how bad I was hurting mentally, like about missing my family, missing home. Like it's just so amplified out there. And then like that was all weighing on Drake super heavy.
Dude, I was just so worried. My daughter was 2.
Yeah.
When I left.
Wow. She remember me?
That's what I was.
I can't even remember. She started freaking out.
He came up to me 2 weeks in.
Drew, and I'd be like, dude, I'm just so afraid. Like I'm gonna go home.
He tapped me on the side. Yeah, and he was like,
daughter's not gonna know who I am.
You go through these points where like super mental lows. Like he came up to me two weeks in and was like, you were like, and it caught me completely off guard. Like
it was like 15 days.
Yeah, he's such a good person of like, he's so good at like suppressing like how he's feeling and stuff around everybody. But then he just came up to me, tapped me on my shoulder. Was like, I'm going home, and I was like, no, dude, you can't go home.
Yeah,
and like we sat down and talked about it, and I just told him, I was like, hey man, I know how bad I'm hurting. I can't imagine how bad it would be having kids and being out here. Like I don't know how bad it is, but I was like, I don't want you to make a decision right now that you're gonna regret for the rest of your life. And it was just like boom, somebody turned a fucking light switch on.
And at the end of the day, that's what made me. I got to sit down and think, and I was like, man, I came out here for myself. You know, I didn't even think I was gonna win the fucking show to begin with. I went out there to test myself to see was like. I mean, I've done some pretty crazy shit in my life, and I've never like failed.
Right.
So I was like, I'm gonna see if this place will
break.
fail me.
Push me back.
Yeah.
And it got real close for both of us, man. Like and it made me realize that there's just different type of people out there because Brendan, he could have been out there for 3 months. He was fine. But I also found that the people that went out there that had a higher percentage of body fat, like Drake and Brendan, like they didn't suffer as bad physically as
my body held up great.
Like when he left, like the med team told him, they were like, dude, you're one of the healthiest people coming off this game board. Even some of the people that left week 1.
I was the healthiest person on the whole
that's what they told him.
Show. Yeah,
not me. I was not okay.
I was healthier when I got out of the woods. I was healthier than I have been since I was a teenager.
Dude, I was in rough shape. I had to get IVs the first 2 weeks I was back. I had neuropathy in my hands and my feet for a month. Oh goodness, Kane, tell us. And my legs, I thought I was going to get rhabdo. I spent 9 days in the hospital a couple of years ago from rhabdomyolysis from working out too hard for a bodybuilding show. But I threw up every day for a month, I think. When I got back, just overeating and just not being used to foods.
Let's paint the picture of what y'all did because a lot of people didn't watch the show or know what's going on. What the hell y'all are even talking about? So do like a synopsis of like, why were you in Alaska and what was the show? What were you doing? Like a quick 1,000-foot view.
So basically, the show's called Outlast. They take 16 strangers. We're not allowed to talk. They keep us in a hotel room for a couple days before.
Completely secluded.
No, very little outside time, no cell phones, and then they stick you all on a boat and ship you out in the middle of the woods in Alaska in the rainforest.
How many is it, y'all?
16
total.
Okay. 16 total, and then at the beginning it's 4 teams of 4 basically.
And
complete
what's the rules of the game?
There's no rules. That's the rule of the game. Is there's no rules. The only rule per se is that you have to be part of a team. You can't do it
to
solo.
win. Yeah, you can't do it solo.
And what survival skill? What do they give you right off the bat?
So they
gave us 1 bow, 9 arrows, 1 fire starter, a flint steel fire starter,
a knife,
2 blankets, tiny little
shitty blankets,
God. A knife, a tarp,
a hatchet, and a 50-gallon Yeti bag,
50 feet of paracord.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to make 50 feet last.
Yeah, to do our lashing and tie all of our stuff together, and then we had a few bits of wire for snares, but the only thing that you were going to snare there were squirrels, and it was easier for me just to shoot them with the bow which they never put that on the show. That, like I said, they wanted to paint Drake and I like we didn't have any skills, like we didn't know how to do anything.
I did fish. I mean, I fished.
Yep. But that was another thing.
I fished for like the last 12 days we were there. I fished every day for hours, and they didn't show it. We made homemade fishing reels,
a paddle, a shovel.
They did show me making the shovel.
They did, yeah, and then but they made us look like we weren't doing anything though at the same time too with that, which Drake and I pulled a lot of weight.
I don't know Drake, but that's relatable.
This dude right here is like I was trying to keep like anytime he was doing something, I felt like I needed to be doing something, and he's a freaking workhorse, and he had so much energy, so like that wore my ass out. But we
just burning calories.
So many, our main source of food was these little mud crabs that we found on day 3. Like he found 2 giant starfish that we didn't know how to eat the first day or so. We ended up eating the guts out of them. Basically, it looks like baby shit. Honestly,
it did
look
disgusting. Like baby shit.
Like just like mushy.
What's the consistency of starfish guts?
Baby shit.
Taste? Give me a comparable.
Applesauce. Thick applesauce.
Yeah, the consistency was kind of like a thick applesauce.
Nice. Were you able to choke it down, or was it
I will eat anything, dude. I do not discriminate against food. I'm a big guy. Dude. If it is edible,
my man says like to eat.
But we didn't know how to eat it because, those starfish,
know how to eat
his big ass had to peel them off the rock. And when I say he had to peel them, like they were strong.
Yeah.
And then
they
we
were
we
stuck.
just like stabbed them and then put them over the fire. And then we were like, how do we eat these things? Cause like the outside of them is like coral.
Right. Exactly.
And then we had to just scrape the insides out with like a stick. And that's how we kind of ate them.
Yeah.
But I got heartburn and I was super sick the first 2 days we were there. It's like, in the show you hear me gagging and then I'm like, oh, I caught a cramp in my gooch. Every time I gag, I get a cramp in my goop, like some gooch.
That
like
was on the
somebody's
first
stabbing me.
episode. I was all, I think I'm gonna throw up, making fun of you.
Yeah, yeah. It was God, there was so much out there that just wasn't shown on the show. Like
So,
I mean,
so we're at 4 teams, or 4 teams of 6, or
4 teams of 4.
4 teams of 4.
16. And then later in the show, we
How far apart are you guys?
Weird. So season 1, they were close enough where they were shooting arrows with notes tied to them from camp to camp.
Okay.
So I mean, you could call it a few hundred yards.
Right.
In season 2, I mean, we were probably a mile and a half apart.
I don't think we were that far. I think we were
Mile
about a
apart.
mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile. But like when I tell you, it felt like 3 miles going back and forth.
Walking through that damn mud.
Walking through the
Oh,
mud.
yeah,
Dude,
that
It
every
felt like
and
a 10
dude,
mile
after
freaking hike.
I remember being out there and being like, I've done some pretty hard stuff. I'm not sure if this is the hardest thing I ever did. And then we had like day 10, we had to carry something from Alpha to our place, or like a pallet or something like that. And it felt, as soon as I got back, I was like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done.
We
I
brought
was
it. We got it halfway back to camp and we left it.
Because the tide got us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that was the day that I said I was leaving.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
for these reasons, I'm out.
And then I got over that little pissy fit that I had.
Dude, your brain just tells you every reason why.
Your brain and your body
validates
fighting
Yeah,
it.
they fight against each other
When
constantly.
you're starving,
Yeah,
your
you're
brain's
starving,
telling
yeah.
you need to do everything you can to get the fuck
Yeah.
out of this
And like,
situation.
and then like you're like, well, fuck production and fuck this and like, and you know we say that there's no rules, but you have to abide by local game and
Oh,
fish
for sure.
regulations. So
Yeah.
like there was a bear that I couldn't shoot. I was squirrel hunting. I had an arrow knocked 20 yards from this bear. I could have smoked this little 60-pound black bear, but couldn't shoot it because we didn't have a local guide there.
with you, yep.
And just stuff like that. So it
wasn't bear season either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, but like in a survival situation, I'm gonna smoke that thing, and then
In a real survival situation,
Yeah.
there's no laws. So there's
No,
no.
yeah, it is
laws.
what it is. Yeah.
and so that made it
I
hard.
feel like you got your handicap because you had to survive. We go by all these other rules too on top
Yeah.
of it.
Oh man! And then like the fishing part, we couldn't set gill nets. We couldn't set lines. You had to have a hand on the line to be fishing while we were there.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. You couldn't do any.
Did y'all have to
passive-
get fishing and hunting licenses?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
And we had to
be-
carry them on us the whole time we were there too.
We had to be fully licensed.
Damn.
And the thing with the fishing too is like
We
I
had-
killed 6 or 7 squirrels while we were out there, and if I'd been back home and I had squirrel guts and I threw it on a line in the ocean, you can bet your ass I'd have caught a hardhead at least.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing, man. I just sit there and then your shit gets hung up on a rock. You've got 1 hook, 2 hooks, or something like that while you're like.
Swimming out for that day, that bad boy.
Oh,
Like,
no, you
wait
leave
for
it
the-
there. You leave it
yeah.
there to the side till the
Wait
tide
for-
goes.
wait
out.
for
oh, that makes sense. Like, you're out there.
Yeah, so it's just
my
like
dumbass. Like,
all
oh,
this
go get it.
time and things that I didn't think about is like having to read the tide while we were out there. If the Indians used to say when the tide is out, the table is set, and that is the truth. If the tide was weird and it was in the middle of the night or something like that when it went out, and you missed it or early in the morning and you slept through it,
Yeah, you're dead.
you didn't eat shit unless I got a squirrel or we got a slug
weren't
or
eating.
like
Yeah.
grass. And where we were was
How much studying did you do to get ready for this?
I did a lot.
I did a lot, but they only gave us like from the time we were told that we were accepted on the show.
2 weeks,
Yeah, it was like
3 weeks, maybe.
20 days.
Yeah.
Well, they do that on purpose, I'm sure.
You got like 20 days from the time they say, okay, you're going, your flight leaves this day, you're going to land in Alaska this day. And as soon as you land, we're taking your computer, your phone,
Yeah, everything.
all contact.
It's crazy. And like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but I was an alternate and I got picked on. I was chosen on day, whatever it was in the hotel room. They let me know that I was gonna be out there, and I was only able to write a letter to my family home that like, hey, I'm gonna go do this thing, and that was it.
Yep.
I was it. Like, so with the hotel stay time and everything, with our time out there, I didn't talk to anybody in my family for 6 weeks. And that's the longest time by far that I've had no communication. Like, your brain while you're out there, you're like, what if somebody dies while I'm out here and I never see them again? What if I die while I'm
Yeah,
out
your
here?
mind is constantly going through all the
Dude, I
worst
cried.
case
Yeah.
scenarios,
I
shit.
cried so much out there. I was so emotional, and like all your senses are just super heightened. I've never been closer to God in my entire life. And just so emotional. I cried every day. I think the last 5 days or last week we were there.
It was tough. I mean,
and they know everything about you. They'll sit you down and ask you about your kids or my grandparents that passed away. Like,
Yeah,
That's
they're,
how-
they're poking the bear, trying to get some emotion out of you. For
That's
sure.
how they would get me because like I'm super good about just bury my
Very
emotion.
for sure.
not me,
Compartmentalize,
not
let's go.
me. I'm a softie.
And they'd sit me down and be like, "So, how much do you miss your wife and kids? You know, if you could
So
you could
fucked.
tell your wife something right now, what would it be?"
Right.
And I would start tearing up, and I'd be like,
The best part is
I
like
love
you're like in your mind, you're like, oh, cool. They're gonna send this so my wife can see how much I miss her and I love her and everything else, and they're just fucking manipulating you. And they don't even put it on the show, and you're like,
that's
oh,
what's
cool.
crazy.
That's
They
just
made
a
us-
torture
they
tactic.
made us
Thanks,
look
guys.
So
So
one-dimensional. It's
I talked
crazy.
about my wife and my kids every single day
Yep.
that I was out there. It was like my main focus. And while I was out there, my wife told me when I left because I quit my job.
Yeah,
I sold my boat
yeah. He did everything to make it work.
to make sure my wife was.
Yeah,
set
we're full
financially
commit. We
while I
burning the
was
boat,
gone.
so we got no turning back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she told me before I left, she said, "Look, if you're going to do this, if you're going to take this risk and you're going to put us in this situation, like you got to think I quit a very high paying job.
Yeah.
He got blacklisted from because he was on TV.
Which I got blacklisted from that company. I cannot go back to that company.
They
Because
don't
you're
like-
on TV?
They don't like publicity.
It's a no media thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
I mean, a really good paying job.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was
Did you go to the rival competitor and be like, hey, by the way, I'm really good at this shit?
kind of.
yeah, that's what I thought.
But I took a huge risk going out there. My wife told me, she said, "Look, if you're going to do this and you're going to leave me here with the kids for an undisclosed amount of time," that's what our contract said.
Yeah.
Was an undisclosed amount
Yeah,
of
they
time.
own you for
You don't know if you're going to be out there for 5 days or
That was
5 months.
that was
You
so
know
hard
what I mean?
about it too. Is like it was such
You
a
never knew when
mind
you were gonna
fuck.
go
You
home.
don't know when it's gonna end.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't know,
That's part of the mind effort.
and your brain is telling you this is dumb. I've proved everything I need to prove. Like nobody, like thank God, thank God we didn't leave because like I wanted to leave real bad, and I was pissed off at production. I was pissed off because like they get in your brain, man. They sit you down and like they're like, well, like maybe if you go do this or this to the other team, maybe you can end the game quicker. And I would just be like, yeah, you're just
Yeah, they're
getting in
planting
your
seeds of
head,
evil in
dude.
your head for sure.
And then to go against that, and then for them to make us look the way they did.
They had to, man. I mean, that's what
They made a
do.
great show. They made
Drama
a
makes
good show.
shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like playing it safe and doing it right.
They did a good job.
Yeah.
They did.
I mean,
they did.
That's what they're paid to do.
phenomenal-
I have no
phenomenal
regrets. And if I was asked again, today to go out and do it all again, I would do it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't.
Especially if I knew I was going to win $1 million.
And they asked me the day that I got out of the woods, they were like, "Would you come back and do this?" I said, "Fuck no."
Yeah,
They were like, "Well, why not?" I was like, "I did it.
You're-
already."
I committed.
Like,
I got everything done. Yeah.
It was.
I came out here, I did it, I won, and then they were like, well, "Okay, well, what if we, here in a few years, once we have 16 winners? Right now, there's 5 winners. 3
Yeah.
people won season 1. Me and Drew won season 2. Once we have 16 winners, would you come back and do like a winners bout?"
Absolutely.
At first, I said no, fuck no.
And what do you say now?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I would gain so much more weight before I went out there too, before I did it. But like I would have a better understanding, like, because they told us before we went out there, we're like, production told me at least, they were like, before this ends, y'all will absolutely hate us. I
Yeah,
was like,
they told
I
me
was
that
like,
too.
I'm
a
around,
sweetheart. I love
I'm around production. I know how this stuff works and blah blah
that's
blah
what they
blah
told
blah.
me. They were like, you like us right now, but by the time this is over, you're
Dude,
gonna hate my guts.
and when I say good cop, bad cop too, like they would switch the people that would interview you,
Yeah.
and they'd be a hard ass, and then there'd be somebody that would ease up, and then it was the most mentally.
Yeah, it's like sear tactics, just fucking with shit.
And
out of
people
you.
don't understand that. Like, I think it was harder than actual survival. Not having sleeping bags for the first 10 days was insane. I've never been that cold in my entire life. Not even
There was
remotely close.
3 nights where I was shaking so bad, like I don't know if
All
it
right,
was
who
just-
was Big Spoon? Who was Little Spoon?
Oh, it was all of it. Drake was Big Spoon a lot.
Oh, that's how I figured. Yeah.
I tell everybody I have never cuddled a man the way I have cuddled that man right there. You know what? I'll tell
He
you
gets
what.
that a lot, dude. I don't know what that means.
Hey. No, God, it was nasty.
The first night was one of the roughest because
Yeah.
we didn't have our shelter buttoned up yet. You know,
We had our fire like out
We
to the
had a-
side. It was no heat was coming inside of it. It was
Yeah.
wind, and the nights that it wasn't raining, the days that it wasn't raining,
was windy.
It was brutally cold and windy.
Yep.
And it took till day 12. I know the day because day 12 we finally had the shelter buttoned up enough that it was pretty windproof. At some point in time, I raked all the choppings of all the shavings of wood from the hatchet around the like wood and just bark.
Yeah, filling in holes.
And then just threw it and just made like a I can't remember what it's called now, but like I just threw a debris block
pretty much
around
like a brush
everything.
pile.
Yes.
All the way around.
Yeah, for sure.
And that sealed it up. We
Another
put
layer of insulation.
we put the fire in the middle, and that helped, and it kept it warmer. And that's day 12. I remember telling one of the camera guys while I was. This is the first day that I've actually been able to go out and hunt because we've been spending so much time on the shelter.
Yeah.
It makes you appreciate the guys that are on alone doing that shit by themselves.
Dudes,
1000%.
them dudes that
Different
do it alone
people.
are different.
Different.
They're
I would
just
need-
Not right in
and
the
a lot
head.
of them, I've done a lot of research on it. A lot of them come out of the woods really weird.
Oh yeah, they can't come back to normalize
yeah,
the
they
society.
have a hard
they have a
time
stigma. They can't be
rejoining
around a lot of crowds.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's
We're social creatures. That's what we're community creatures. That's what we're supposed to have. That's what part of it.
I would need I told somebody asked me if I would ever do alone, and I was like, I would need an entire year just to prepare mentally. And going back,
I couldn't do alone.
Yeah.
No,
I think it breaks you mentally. You can't. Yeah.
because you're like I said,
having someone to talk to or-
your brain starts getting loud. That bitch voice in your brain gets loud.
Yeah.
I mean, towards the end,
100%.
not knowing when we were going to be like, it was minute by minute, like wanting to quit, and then I was like, nope, can't be a quitter. Yeah, but I should go home because of this. Nope.
Yeah,
can't be
you
a
got
quitter.
30 reasons why you should quit versus one to stay.
And all you gotta do is shoot a flare, and then you go home.
The last like 8 days Drew and I were there, it was just us two.
Yeah.
There's no one else with us.
6
so-
days. It was 6 days.
6 days.
Yeah.
But we kept telling each other, like, look, bro, like, we got 500,000 reasons to stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, I was like, when this day comes, I'm going home. And I know what would have happened. I would have got to that day, and I'd been like, one more day.
One more. That's
go one more But for me in my head, being able to set that day and like tell myself I'm going home that day was better because in a sense I was like, I know what day I'm going to go home.
yeah.
Gives you something to work for.
Gave me
too.
something to
Yeah.
work to, and like only a few more days, and like, and our morale was just after losing everybody we did, and then we went over to Delta, and they called our side the dark side because every time they looked over there, we had a mountain behind us, and like after 10 a.m., 10:30 in the morning,
Oh, you're just in
dark.
shade the whole time.
shade
Yeah.
the whole time, and they would look over.
We had no greens. We had no plants growing on our side because it never saw sunlight.
And it was just dark. And then I got to the point where I shot most of the squirrels that were in our area. Then they got smart. But then it was our where we were. It was a lot of stumps we had to step over. It was up, down. The ground was soft. It was just all old growth, and it was
And
just
my
soft.
heavy ass, I fell waist deep into the ground
Oh, I'm sure.
multiple
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
I'd step somewhere and I would just
Right
fall.
to the bottom. Right, exactly.
And then I'm mad, cussing. I'm
Right.
cussing the earth. Like, you motherfucker.
Well, yeah, it's, was
trying
it-
to dig myself out of this hole that I just fell in. That
Was it Zach fell like in a hole like that, and that's what sent him home.
Nah, he was hanging on a tree.
Oh, and it
he was
broke,
trying to
that's
get something
right.
off, trying to break a branch off a tree, and that branch snapped, and he fell and landed on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ended up winning that
The air gun show.
the air gun show. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool on the hunting channel.
Really?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
couple months later. Yeah, pretty
I just
cool.
know, like, whenever I'm off the grid camping, or like it's not relatable by any means, but like you're 8-10 days out there, like you can never get dry. Like your shit always is wet.
Yeah.
It's always damp. Like you're putting it over the fire, and the next morning is like the mind f putting your clothes on. It's wet and damp,
Yep.
and you're like, shit, it's just miserable. I should not be out here.
Everything's harder too. Like, so when I
Yeah.
go camping now, I always get a little taste of what it was in Alaska because you're not really comfortable.
Yeah,
Everything's
it's
harder.
all-
like
yeah.
you're dirty. My fingernails were so long, and they just had our hands were orange from laying around the fire, and you have to tend the fire all night
Yeah,
long. And I
someone's
did
got
a
to be
really,
there 24/7 rolling that
Yep.
fire.
and I did a really good job of that the first 10 nights for our team. I didn't sleep. I think I slept 16 hours the first 10 days we were there.
Yeah.
And I kept this dude can sleep, dude. Like I could, like he'd be shivering and sawing logs.
That's
at the same
impressive.
time. Like that's impressive. I couldn't
It's
do it.
impressive.
If I'm tired, my ass is going to sleep.
We finally got 2 sleeping bags, and then they let
Everybody's
me have
going to
one.
too because I'm a loud sleeper.
Fair enough.
Peel the paint off the walls. Peel the paint off the walls.
I'll run a sawmill at night.
No.
Yeah.
Who was? I probably shouldn't say that. All right. How'd y'all pick your teams?
So they dropped a box out of the helicopter and it had 4 colored hatchets in it. And it was pretty much like the first First 4 people
And
to
I
get
was
to that box
at the
and
I
grab
was-
a hatchet
yeah, and
became team captains.
we
They
were
got to-
we were all sitting on a boat, and I was the last person on the boat, and I knew the first person that got there, people that got there were going to get to pick. So I just stayed in the front.
So the
walking
front
fast.
where boats and
Hell yeah,
bullshit.
because like and like what's crazy is like I saw him. He was in the back of the boat. I couldn't tell how big he was or anything like that, but he had a cap on.
Size
He
him
was.
up.
I was just looking at him, and like I could just tell. I was
Did you
like,
wink at him?
yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Did a little-
like it's gonna be us.
yeah.
It's me.
He but like he
Drew
looked
does a good
serious.
job
He had that.
attracting
He had
guys,
that.
you haven't
Yeah.
noticed.
yeah.
He had that look in his eye, and then he was kind of dancing around, being goofy. And I was like, that dude looks like he's from around where I'm from, like
Yeah, you
my
can
type
just
of
read
people.
to Texas. And Texas
Yeah,
for sure,
and then I was like, I'm gonna pick that dude if I get the chance. And yeah, we grabbed those hatchets. I got to pick first and picked
who
him.
was your first pick?
He was.
Okay, all right.
I didn't even know he was from Texas or anything until
I
he
didn't-
said it right then.
I didn't make a big deal about going for the hatchets or nothing. I mean, we kind of knew that it was going to be
Yeah, split
four team captains,
Right.
and we were going to do like a dodgeball style lineup. You know, what
Yeah.
I mean, elementary
And
school.
I hate that. I hate that somebody has to be picked
Everybody
last and all that
lines
stuff.
up.
Do you
You
think
guys.
the actual picking of the who are formulated your team made a big difference in the end?
Huge.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Huge.
I'm not just saying just 'cause obviously y'all won, but I'm saying like for all the other teams combined, like that first hatchet pick set the tone for the rest of the game. Like it really mattered who you picked, or do you think you could have got through with anybody?
I don't think I could have made it without Drew.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, my body held up amazing. I'd lost a lot of weight,
Yeah.
but I had a lot left in the tank.
Yeah.
I mean, like physically, like he had so much left in the tank.
Physically, my body healed up awesome.
I was mentally and physically pretty tapped towards the end, and like I did a really good job. I think I did a really good job of helping out with the mentality of our team up until like the last couple days we were there, because I was pretty mentally fucked after
Yeah.
that. But like anytime somebody would say if we win, I'd like immediately correct them, like
It's
no,
not
when
if,
we
it's
win,
when.
we
Yeah.
win.
Yeah. You
And then
got
I
to
later
change that mindset.
manifested like what it would feel like to call my mom every night, and then like I tried to keep a positive and dude, we joked around so much out there, like we cussed and we
You
were
have to.
acting
You have to
up.
have, like, a dark
but
humor
dude, that's
with
what
it,
got
yeah.
us through
Oh,
that
man.
shit. I mean, the first 10 days was a blast, and then after I lost all my fat, it wasn't very fun after
No,
that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Depleted.
Winning was great. It wasn't. I'll never. I don't think I'll ever experience emotions like that ever again in my life. But
I remember like when we were in Alaska, we were doing caribou hunting. We got snowed out in the middle. Like it was gonna be 10, 12 hours back to camp. You know what I mean? And it was just pure white, and like you could only see the guy in front of us. Me and my buddy. It was just us two off the grid, and we were like just dark humor. We just kept singing "Sunny and 75" in our head. You know, like just retards. You know what I mean? And now that song comes on, you still smile thinking about how miserable that day was.
Yep.
But like you just got to go to that dark place.
oh, and then Sammy would always talk about we talk about food a lot, but Sammy would talk about food all the time. And then like you dreamt about food. You've never had dreams like more clear dreams in your entire life than we did
Yeah.
out there. It was wild.
I did have some
Vivid.
Oh, I
vivid,
mean, like you
dreams
couldn't
out
even
there.
tell the difference. Like it was just like it was real, and like I remember
just
Just
salivating.
like just thinking like that.
I had a
What was the
dream.
one thing you were going for when you got back? Like, what was the one thing you could not stop thinking about food wise?
Dude, my wife's homemade chicken and dumplings.
No
And then
shit.
he had
I
me.
called her.
Yep.
I called her on my way home, and I was like, "Look, I'll be home this day.
At this time.
my plane lands at 2:45 in the afternoon." She was like, "Okay, what do you want to eat?" And my wife's a hell of a cook. She'll,
obviously,
she'll whip
yeah.
it all up. I said, "I want your homemade chicken and dumplings. I want some homemade cornbread." And my body craved sugar. I'm not a big sugar
So
eater.
bad.
Yeah,
I don't
for
eat
sure, yeah,
candy. I don't
yeah,
eat cake.
so
I don't eat
much.
muffins. None of that shit. But I told my wife, I said, I need some peach cobbler,
Yes,
some apple
let's
pie.
go. I'm just salivating thinking about it.
some homemade cookies. My wife makes awesome homemade cookies.
I'm sure.
So when I went home, it was like a Thanksgiving dinner
Yep.
lined out on my kitchen countertop.
Oh, that's
Just-
epic.
And then
And
he
I
had
ate
me
until
so
I got sick.
talked into the chicken and dumplings that I had my mom make me some too when I got back. So that was one of the first home cooked
chicken
meals.
and
That was the
dumplings,
first
dude.
home cooked meal I
I
had.
ate it for 3 days.
Yep, me
after I
too.
got home.
Did
Then
you
I
throw
puked.
up, eat again, throw up,
Yep.
eat again? Yep.
I would
figured about
because your
that.
stomach's so small.
Oh, dude, we had a layover in Seattle on our way back. They put us on the same plane, same hotel room, and everything. And me and him went and got Buffalo Wild Wings, and we ate so much. Well, it didn't seem like so much, but our stomachs were so small that I tried to go to the bathroom and throw up so I could come out and eat more. That's how psychotic our brains were.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Because scarcity
You're
mentality, like
Then
you're
I-
starving. Your
yeah.
body's like, you need to eat every fucking you can right now.
Yeah.
We're still in survival mode. Like
Yeah.
your brain's like, cool. If you don't eat this, we're gonna die. So that's what your brain's
we had
telling
to
you.
we had to do a 2 or 3 day refeeding diet too. The first day sucked. They just gave us broth and then a few bites of like
4 days. Yep, 4 days
Chicken.
of a refeeding program.
All right, so like you're eating that broth, just motherfucking those guys. Like just give me
no
a
seasoning on chicken,
Yep.
like just these small little bitty meals, and then they got
Half a
each day
chicken
they got
breast.
big. Yeah, each day they got
half
bigger.
a cup of rice.
No seasoning.
No seasoning on nothing.
Really?
Like we had to beg for hot sauce.
We snuck out of our room. He had a bunch of quarters, and we snuck out of our room, and got Pop-Tarts and candy and shit like that. Damn.
Hit the vending machines.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Kane, chill out. Sorry.
We hit the vending machine with all the quarters. I had a pocket full of quarters
How'd you get that?
from my trip up there.
Oh, okay. I thought you stole my
Then then we ran out, and then they gave us a bunch of quarters to wash our clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And they were giving us $10 rolls, and then I would use $5 and then be like, "Hey, I need more quarter," because our clothes smelled so bad.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, I need
Did
more
you burn
quarters."
them, or did you keep bringing back?
I brought all my clothes
He
back.
got his in a bag
So-
up here at my house, and they still smell like smoke.
Really?
Yeah. So
Really?
Drew told me that we're gonna go do some hunting here in a couple days,
Might be wet.
and it's probably gonna be raining. And I was like, "Fuck!" Like, all right, I'm gonna bring my rain gear, which is my rain gear that I wore in Alaska.
Oh,
And it
shit.
I opened
stinks.
up my front floor closet, which has like all my snowboarding
Yeah.
coats and
Yeah,
hunting
yeah.
coats and shit, and I had just overwhelming
Just
smoke smell.
Like, it snap you right time and place, right back to that spot.
Yep.
Isn't it crazy, that smell?
And I grabbed my rain gear out of there, threw it in a duffel bag with a couple of my vests and another jacket. And when I got to Drew's house yesterday, I was like, dude, I seen his Sitka jacket hanging in his closet in his bedroom. And I was like, how does your closet not smell like smoke?
Yeah.
And he was like, I've worn it quite a bit. So it's been washed a couple times, and the smoke smell it's not in it anymore. And I was like, dude, open that duffel bag.
Yeah.
And you can zip open that duffel bag where my rain gear was. His whole room smelled like fucking campfire.
And but it
won't
was
go
the
away.
the more rubbery, I guess
more
the
vortex, one of those.
Yeah,
it
so
just
my-
like sticks in the.
bad.
my Grundies that I have, my rain shell that's in my garage, I have to keep it in my garage inside of a double bag, zipped up, because that's how bad it smells still. And I've washed it multiple times.
Yeah, my wife, I told her, I was like, do whatever you got to do to get this smoke smell out of all my clothes.
Yeah.
Of course, like the socks and underwear and shit I threw away.
Yeah.
But
Not me, I'm a chinch. I kept all my stuff.
I can't imagine the mud stains in those pants, and you kept them. those underwear.
Oh, dude. And
Drew shit his pants day one.
yeah, I did. I shitted my pants.
That
I
doesn't
did.
surprise me one bit.
Don't trust the fart.
Not even a Tuesday.
Yep. And then I woke up the next morning and there was a cameraman just like getting a tight shot of my shitty underwear in a tree that I had him hanging up. Because I wasn't gonna throw them out. I washed them in the ocean. Like,
Yeah, we only had 2 pair of underwear.
Oh no, I know you couldn't at that point. But
You know
I'm
what's-
saying, like,
you know what's crazy too is like I wore my long johns that we had out there. You know, we had 2 pair of long johns and like I had both of mine on it and both pair of underwear on it sometimes because it was so cold.
Yeah.
But I wore 1 pair of my long johns under my jeans the other day, and it was restricting my movement so much. I was like, "Holy shit!" This is probably why my legs were so smoked while I was out there because I had so many pairs of clothes on, restricting my movement, and I'm just trudging around all day long.
isn't it crazy? Go ahead.
You know, go ahead. I mean, but that's why I think I felt so light, felt so good. It was a combination of adrenaline and when we did that last race, we put our rain shells on, and then we had we had our long johns on under it because we didn't want anything to restrict our movement.
for
But
sure.
Well, we also knew we were going to be running.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
And I
we're
was
gonna
like,
get
dude, if
sweated
I get-
up. We're gonna get cold. Everything else.
If
Like,
I
we're
get
gonna get,
sweaty or something, I'm going to
we're gonna
start
be, I'm gonna start selling
peeling
layers. Exactly.
And then next thing you know, I'm leaving a bunch of clothes in the woods and shit, following my trail. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. You know they're
So
gonna
we
fall.
left when we left camp. We were freezing
Yeah.
because we didn't have clothes on. Like,
All right,
we
yeah,
just
but
wore-
then it's crazy how quick you like warm up your body.
yeah.
Your body's like, cool, we're in survival mode. Let's go.
Once we got moving, it was
Yeah.
game on, dude.
But the problem is like you don't get cold and sweaty at the same time, and then you're like
Right.
fucking
Yeah,
just
yeah.
freezing up.
And then at the end, I took my boot off to hold that fire. That
the spindle board.
the bow, the spindle board, the bow drill board with my foot, so you have more control of like it moving. And then it was raining when we lit that fire, and it was just gross. But I did not give a shit. I laid in the mud and made a mud angel, and we won.
Was there fire close to y'all? Could you see the?
About 100 yards,
So you could see
150 yards, 200
You could
yards.
see them like it's. I mean, it looked like it's pretty wide open.
The fire at the end,
Theirs,
Yeah, like
versus
where our
y'all's.
fire
So the
where
two-
their fire was.
probably 200 yards.
So you could see it, right?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, you can tell me we're not allowed to talk about this, but like, could you see like our fires going? Did you see them show up, or was it like noticeable difference? Like, 'cause I know the way they portray it versus the way it actually went down.
We're not supposed to really. Yeah, we
Yeah, you
can't.
tell me, hey, we
yeah,
can't talk about it,
yeah,
for
we
sure.
can't go into too much
Okay.
detail with that.
They're
but-
winking at me right now, so in case anybody's wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Fair
just
enough. All right, I'm gonna ask questions. You tell me we can't talk about it for sure.
we just gotta with NDAs and shit. In about a year, we can talk about whatever. About a year and 2
A
months, we
year
can talk
from
about
September.
All right, let's
Yeah,
go.
a
Let's
year
say,
and a
all right,
half.
we survived. We got the money. Like life's fucking great.
first ride in a helicopter.
Yep. It was my first ride in a
Pop the
helicopter.
cherry. Huh?
His
That-
first ride in airplane was when they sent him to LA to get his med check for the show.
No way.
Yeah, and then his second ride was
It
to
is
Alaska.
always in Midland.
No, he
I've-
drives.
I've traveled the country.
No, I'm with
Drive.
you. I just
I
always
drive.
drive. Okay,
Yeah.
that's like your jam.
I'm driving some bitch, bro.
All right, fair enough.
Fucking beat the road. Hell, yesterday I drove 7.5 hours for work before I ever even left Midland to drive to Austin to see Drew.
You're dedicated, man.
Then we stayed up till 1. I had my first beer in over a year last night. I had 5 beers and I was sloshed.
Isn't that
5
crazy?
beers over 5 hours and I was
Smoke
sloshed.
City,
I was
yeah.
like, we had to get up this morning. And then I didn't sleep worth the shit last night. And then we woke up this morning and I was like, this is a good reminder why I don't drink.
Old alarm went off at 6:30. I was like, man, honestly, 6:30 is a pretty good sleep for me.
right.
Most days I'm up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
wasn't
Yesterday
a good
was a
sleep
long
last
day. I was up at 3:30. I was hitting the road in my work truck by 4.
Making your lap and then going back get your regular truck and driving
Yeah.
on.
We got a
Damn.
long night tonight too. We're going to go
Where are we headed?
to the mothership tonight at 10.
Nice.
We're going to go get our tattoos that we said we were going to get in Alaska on our wherever we're going to get them. I guess I'm going to get mine on my thigh, I guess.
Damn, dude. Should have told me I brought the tattoo gun.
Oh, you do have a tattoo gun.
Dude,
don't
that thing is a legend.
Damn it,
A
they
buddy
had-
of mine gave me a tattoo gun and
Was
like
it Brantley that gave it to you?
Brantley gave it to
Gilbert gave it.
Oh, shit.
his album was called Tattoos, and I was like, "Well, I'm never gonna use this." He like always like a friend just has like it's little, it's like a TMU tattoo gun. It's like electrical on the USB port or whatever, and it says like BG and the albums, whatever. Oh, that's a cool gift. It's novelty.
Yeah.
Took it to the ranch. We got like 30 tattoos now. Everybody comes out there's like, "Give me a tattoo," and I'm like, "All right, I'm fucking." My redneck. I got the little USB printers, stencil do whatever.
Well, oh, you got an actual like.
I had to because everybody kept asking more tattoos. I'm like, I'm getting out my logo like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, you guys ain't writing that yet.
Yeah, they had like he had a bunch of songwriters and shit out there, and one of the dudes has a big scar on his
Oh,
arm
yeah,
right
so
here.
he got like he tore his shoulder right here, Stanton. He tore his shoulder right here, and he was like, I was like, one guy wanted to do like Michael Ray, what is he a singer? He was like, let's do a skiing guy. Now it's the scar right here, and I was like, let's just put ouch, and like because we're drinking, not paying any attention. He's like, that's a great idea. Let's put ouch. So he spelled out ouch on his shoulder.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I got
that's
some
golden.
dumbass tattoos.
You're about to have another one. What's your Alaska tattoo gonna look like?
It's just going to say wing it.
Yeah, yeah.
What does
the-
it say?
Wing it.
Oh, no, there you go. Yeah,
Because the night before we won,
pretty much like fuck it, let's go.
well, we were sitting there and like neither one of us had ever done a bow drill before, but I had studied it extremely hard because I was like, I need to know how to do this, and
Right.
I could have done it out of my shoelaces, like whatever. I could have made one. But the night before, and note again, we are exhausted at this. I mean, complete like getting firewood smoked us every day because we had to
Yeah.
go further and further away
Yeah,
to get
'cause
it.
you've already depleted everything.
It was dark for like
Like, would you
15
looking
hours.
back? Would you go like as far as you could and then come closer in, or no? Because like you don't know how
No.
far. Okay.
Because you don't know how long you're going to be out
Okay.
there, and like
you don't know
it's
if you're
just-
staying in that camp. You don't know all that.
you had
stuff.
to dry the wood while we were out there before you burned it.
Everything's soaked.
Yeah, your wood had to be in your
Stack
shelter.
it around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd stack it around the fire and let it dry
And-
for a
Right.
day.
And the
So
wood there is not like the
every
post
day when you
oaks.
cut firewood, you weren't cutting firewood to burn that night.
Yeah,
you were
it's-
cutting firewood to burn the next night because
Right.
you had to dry it out.
Yeah, it
Overnight.
The process.
And
How
it-
long did
it
it take you to
burnt.
figure that out?
5 days.
yeah, and it
mean-
didn't burn worth this shit either. It burned terrible.
All smoke, right? Too. I'm sure
Ash,
it's just
smoke,
and
and,
smoke.
like-
It gets super wet and
And it left no coals.
oh, so you really got fucked. You couldn't
Yeah.
do nothing. You couldn't like stir the coals up. You gotta go next
No,
morning.
it was
If
you had to
let
keep
your
it going.
fire go out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes 2 hours. Takes 2 hours to get it restarted again.
You know, here in Texas, you burn this wood here in Texas, you can let your fire go out 10 hours.
right.
Go back,
Dude,
blow
play
away
a little
some,
bit.
blow, blow away some ash, and then blow on it.
Put a
boom,
stick in it and go,
It's still
right.
red.
Right.
No, there you. If your fire went
Yeah,
out,
you could like Texas. You could like make a cornucopia and carry that shit around
Yeah,
with you
yeah.
for a day and still go. Dang.
the
We're-
wood's different.
What the hell? Oh, the wing it thing. So the night before, I was like,
What if we have to do a bow drill fire?
what if we have to do a bow drill fire or something like
He really
that?
said
Like,
that. You already knew it.
Yeah. We were like, what if we have to do?
We were
Because
talking
yeah,
about it.
yeah, we were talking about like what's going to be this challenge that we might have to rub stick. Like we have to do this, do that. Like they're gonna have a primitive skill because there was a challenge on the last one. And I was like, should we practice some of this shit? And he goes, nah. We've made it this long. We're just winging it. Let's just wing it.
Let's just fucking wing it.
That's epic.
Yep.
So we agreed that's what we were both going to get
You all
Tattooed.
started.
tattooed.
I love it. What are you gonna do? Just the words wing it?
Just words wing it, but
Nice.
we're going to do it in block letters, the same letters that Outlast is in.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
So
Yeah.
just simple,
Yeah.
wing it.
I was hoping he put I shit my pants on there, but hey, it's fine.
I don't even have to put that on my body. It just shows itself every now and then.
All right, so we get back, like, and I've like been events not like to that extreme, right? But you get back, and like this is the most important thing you've ever done in your life. It's the craziest thing. We're surviving, we're getting everything else. We're 1 month removed. Nothing measures up to what you did here, but you have to go back to normal life. You know what I mean? Like normal 9 to 5. And you can't tell anybody. You gotta keep it secret whatsoever. Like, what's the mind fuck that goes into that? Like, when you're like, no, I really did something really fucking epic, but I can't talk about it. And this 9 to 5 insurance adjusting life is nothing compared to what I just came from. So like, this high is like right here. I'm down. Not saying that you're not doing a good job for life, but like, you know, fucking sliding papers across the desk really doesn't measure up to living and surviving on their own, or whatever, reading a temp gauge or whatever you're doing over there. You know what I mean? What's the mind fuck when you get back and like you get back in a day to day?
So we had to talk with a therapist a couple times after we got out of the woods to make sure that Netflix had to make sure that we were okay mentally before sending us back home and putting us back in the society. And I explained to the therapist like how I was feeling. And I've never had like any type of mental disability, mental issues. I've always been super strong, well kept.
Yeah.
But I told this psychiatrist how I was feeling, and she was like, "You have imposter syndrome."
Yeah, for sure.
Like, what the fuck is
we all dudes suffer from it for sure. Anybody that's done anything, yeah.
We got back to the hotel and we were like, "What just happened?" It felt like a fever dream, dude. Yeah. It was like all of a sudden you're back in this hotel, and like,
I didn't feel like I did anything.
Yeah,
like it was just like, what the fuck, like.
Yeah, like it's exactly how it felt. It's like, what? And then we sit in here.
It's been 6 weeks since I spoke to my wife, and I got to call my wife today, and now I feel like everything is perfectly fine now.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, we're back to normal. I heard her voice. We're good to go.
I will say that your appreciation for everything and your gratitude is super high for a while, but it like normal life sets back in so quick, and you get right back into your routines, and like you think things are going to be so different when you get out, which they were in a sense. But I remember telling myself while I was out there, I was like, I don't even know who I was before I came out here, and I've learned so much about myself out here, and it felt like we were out there for a year, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like you feel like you're out there, and the whole world just keeps going
because your brain.
That was kind of one of the biggest mind fucks for me. Is like, oh, no one cares. I mean,
no, like I would be laying on the ground, and it would be. I've never heard a quiet like I've heard out there laying on the ground because the film crew, everybody left at night, and.
It was dead silent.
So quiet.
You could hear a squirrel
when it wasn't
shit.
raining. Yeah. Oh, it was it was like you couldn't hear shit, but you could hear everything. And then I'd hear a plane fly over, like a commercial airliner fly over. Like this is like 2 or 3 weeks in, and I'd be like, "Oh, those peanut eating motherfuckers up there!
Oh, yeah.
They're having a cocktail,
eating that glass of water, and
you don't even know that we're down here.
Right, exactly.
We're not even boiling our water anymore. We're just drinking it. I probably got all kinds of worms and shit.
I quit boiling water day 2.
Yeah,
why?
And
you didn't have to.
Dude,
work.
I woke up the next morning. I woke up the morning of day 2, took a piss, and my piss was brown. And I was like, this isn't going to work for me.
Yeah, I'm super dehydrated.
I can do without food and stuff, but I had to stay hydrated or my body's going to give up on me.
Yeah.
So we found a freshwater source. We found it right where it was coming out of the freaking mountain.
Yeah.
And I told everybody, I said, guys, I'm not boiling water anymore.
Sammy too. Sammy was like one of the first ones to say. Him and Drake were like, we're not gonna drink any water. We're gonna not boiling water. So I was like, I'm gonna wait a couple days to see if y'all get sick. Cause I'm trying.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna bet you my bet. Yeah,
I drank that water the whole time I was out there. Never got sick, not once.
Yeah.
No, and it was running fast. We had a good water source, but it was 400 yards away, and like,
it was far.
Yeah.
But every morning I'd go sit my ass on that big rock and just guzzle until my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm good.
And there's no like measure how much intake you're getting, so you don't know if you're getting enough to stay hydrated and everything else. You're pissing it all out.
And you are
drinking until you're
and it is sun up to sundown, balls to the walls, working your ass off every day to get food, fire, or water. And the water wasn't so bad because we would fill up that big ass Yeti bag eventually. Like we were trying to figure out.
Towards the end, that motherfucker
got
heavy to carry.
Yeah, heavy. And
35 gallons of water on my back.
Absolutely.
And it seemed like it was always fucking my stubborn ass. I'd be like, all right, I'll go get water.
I'm the dude. I'm not going to give up. It's my job here. Right?
He would, dude.
I'm going to carry the team, damn it.
I remember I went and got it once or twice towards the end when it was just me and him there. And I was just like, bro.
I remember came back to camp and you're all, how the fuck
did you do this every day?
It was bad. And then like me and him did majority of the crab catching for the most part. We flipped rocks every day, flipping those rocks, catching those crabs, and it was after a while. And then your hands are cold, everything's just gross. So
my hands were so blistered from grabbing that pot.
Oh yeah.
He cut himself. He hit himself in the head with the hatchet one time. Hit himself in the
I
leg.
did
Then he
hit
cut
myself
his
in the head with a hatchet.
cut his hand pretty bad, and it wouldn't stop bleeding. And we got some sap from a spruce sap.
Are you allowed to call a medic, or are you done? If you call a medic,
You call a medic, you're done.
Okay.
You get any help from a medic, you're
Yeah.
done.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah.
They told me they're like, if you can't get it to stop bleeding, we're gonna
call you.
There's gonna be a
Well, quit
problem.
looking at me, damn it.
It was
Put it in your
it was,
pocket.
it was lopped open pretty
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah.
Did we shove some ash and some of that, and then some ash, and then mix with that spruce sap, and it was like super glue.
Yeah, it worked good.
And then most of us went a long time without shitting. I didn't shit for like 9 days, and I started mixing white ash from the fire. So if you're ever constipated in a survival situation, put the white ash from the fire a little bit at a time in your water, and then it'll eventually loosen you up. And then if you have the runs, you put the black
dark
coal,
ash.
the
Dark
little black
ash.
coal in there, the dark.
I shit twice in a month.
Yeah.
The whole time I was out there, I shit twice.
Was it a nice shit?
No, they were painful.
Yeah,
And
it was
No,
perfect.
massive. It
Through
looked
a
like
screen
a
door
couch.
type stuff.
Oh yeah, just blowing it out of your ass.
How
I could
long-
have shit through a screen door.
How long did you get your gut right? Like your biome and all that stuff
Mine
to
was
get back. Like
it
how
was
long from like the point we
months.
land, we got normal food. How long till your body's like, cool, we're back to normal? Like for just like normal consistency.
I took the day after we got out of the woods. We were on our refeeding program for 4 days or so.
Yeah.
The day after, I took a solid shit, normal.
This dude's superhuman.
I was like, dude, I'm good. I told
Really?
Drew,
He was.
I'm fucking good.
I was wrecked, dude. I don't think my stomach got right for probably 2 months because I don't know if I damaged from throwing up so much for that month. I don't know if I damaged my esophagus or what happened, but like the flap right down here, like
It wasn't working.
dude, it was. I mean, like the acid, like my microbiome was just fucked, and I started taking some probiotics, and I think that helped, but it took a long time for it to level back out. That's shit people don't even talk about.
No, for sure.
There's some people on Naked and Afraid. I know one chick, like I don't know if she got rid of it, but she had a colostomy bag for a
Yeah.
long time afterwards. on Naked
Really?
and Afraid, yeah. It's real shit, dude. And people don't understand how that plays on your mind out there, and like they don't from the outside looking
The
and
whole
watching
survival
it.
aspect of doing shit can create long-term effects on your body, which
For
is
sure.
the scary part about it. Is like, oh yeah, I want to go out and do this something cool, but you might deal with the consequences of doing
For the rest of your
something
life.
like that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
What would you? All right, let's got a couple questions. Would you tell somebody? Let's say like just somebody like that wants to do this. Like, hey man, I've always seen it. I've seen it like Naked and Afraid. I feel like I've got this in me. Would you tell somebody to do it? Like, let's say like they come up to you like, hey man, you've done it. You're a legend. You got it. I think I can do it. Should I do it? What would your advice be?
Go for it.
Okay.
Have an out.
What's your out?
Have an out. Have a way to get out.
Okay.
Oh, you mean like if they were just to go try to do it on their own without a TV show? Like,
Yep.
yeah. Like
I'm all for it.
Okay.
Fucking test yourself.
But and then like what I tell people too is like you
But
don't
make
know
sure
until
you're
you
not
do
gonna
it.
Fucking die out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't know until you go and
Yep.
try it, type of thing. And I will also say it's kind of like 75 hard. The negative side of effect of trying to do really hard things like that is if you do quit, it has a negative effect on your brain, on your mind. Like
mind,
I'm a
yeah.
quitter, but like you can't take it as that. You got to think as like, hey, I grew a little bit through that. Let's try it again later. I'm gonna get stronger and go do this because I've never been so close to breaking in my entire life. Like it was minute by minute towards the end. That like trying to make that decision to stay and missing
Seemed
my
like
family.
the
was the
longer
worst.
I was out there, the stronger I got.
Well, that's all I was going to
Not
ask.
physically, of
Yeah,
course,
mentally, yeah, for sure.
but the longer I was out there, the more I was okay with being out there.
That was my second question is like as dudes or people in general, like when we're in this rat race in life and everything else, when we go hunting or do stuff outdoors, our mental compass just goes like a certain way. Like, oh, our body's been ingrained for 3,000 years to do this, right?
Yep.
Did your body get to that point where you're like, cool, this is like, because I know like when we get to that point, because all you're worried about is like you said, I mean, obviously mine's minimal compared to what y'all did, but like you're like, oh, I'm in survival mode. I just need to get calories, I need to feed, I need to eat. That's all that matters right now.
Food, water,
or
firewood.
firewood. But does your brain get to that point when you're out there, or to that point you get past that, you're like, cool, I just need to go home? Like, is there like does a mental compass line up? Like, this is actually like my body's like getting in rhythm, like this is where I need to be, or you're like, fuck this, I need to go home.
So it was whenever I told Drew I was going home, that was the day that my brain and my body, I guess,
Synced
met
up.
each other.
Okay.
And I was like, I did it.
Yeah,
I came out here to test myself, see if I can do it.
I did
can
it.
do it.
I did 2 weeks. I'm good to go.
I can. Like, I proved to myself I can.
Yep.
And I'm good to go. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go see my kids. Go
Yeah.
see my wife. And then it seemed like after that day, I got stronger every day that I was out there.
That's
See,
awesome.
and I got broken down every day. So because at that point, that's when I had lost all the fat in my body, and then and like shit was shutting down. My muscles were shutting down on me. Like I started having fever at night towards the end.
Yeah,
I was just fucking wrecked, man. But I will say that, like, you know, you think about the Aztecs and all these people that made these calendars and knew all this shit about the stars and all these things. And like, I used to be like, how the fuck did they figure all this shit out? But I shit you not, I learned so much about our environment while we were there. I was like,
yeah, your body just gets in tune with it. And plus,
shit, you're part of it.
Millions of years of DNA wedged back that we don't ever use.
Insane. And like the tides and like being like
In tune with it.
in
right?
tune with the tides and like it was just freaky, dude, how fast that you get in tune to your surroundings. It
Yeah.
was crazy.
That's awesome.
And the earth really heals the body.
Oh man.
1,000%.
Laying on the ground every day, I had all my ailments that I went out there with went away.
Yep. I came home with zero body pain,
Yep.
bro.
I mean, there was the
I
you'd
still
wake up.
don't have any body pain.
I would wake up in the morning from sleeping sideways on a rock or
My
some
hip
shit
would
like
be
that,
sore or
and
something
my hip would
from
be sore.
sleeping.
But like, as far as like ligaments hurting and like my knees, there's like shit that I went out there from lifting old injuries and stuff like that. Gone.
Gone.
It just sucked the inflammation out.
And
It feels
also,
like.
when you go
cold
into
as
when
fuck,
your body
too.
goes into survival mode, starvation mode, you know the first cells that your body eats on itself are cancer cells.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why people do those 36, 48 hour 1 week fast.
Yep.
The same thing.
Because it eats the worst cells
cells
of your body.
For sure, your
first.
body, it's crazy how smart our body is.
Yep.
And it's like, cool, you're the weakest link here.
It
We
will
need-
fix itself.
It'll fix itself. So that's why people do this fast once a year or whatever. It makes sense. All right, so like we get back and everything else, and like you're probably not the same way as Drew, but like I was worried about Drew, and I had this conversation with him. You think this is gonna be the greatest thing that's ever happened to you, right? We're on TV. This is where we made it. This is gonna be a stepping stone to the next door. It's gonna be like our launch for board, right? And like whether or not that does happen, what's the mind fuck? We're like, cool, I did this really epic thing. I was on TV. I'm getting all the accolades. I'm getting all my flowers. Everybody fucking loves me. It's the greatest thing. It's blown up for 3 months. And then we're a society. We give two fucks because every 30 seconds there's something new coming across our screen.
gone.
And then you fall off this deal where you're like, it's the greatest thing. And I've never experienced anything to the level where, like I've been on Netflix and that stuff, but like small wins for me. Like it was like everybody's like, oh, you're the coolest guy ever. And then like the following week, like I did all this work. It took me forever, body work to get to this point. I got it. And then like that fall off, right?
Right.
How you deal with that mentally?
Man, I went back to just my normal life,
Yeah.
and I kind of told myself like it never happened.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in a better position financially now. Of
Right.
course,
It's
you
a-
know,
it's a
the
leg
wire
up.
Transfer came through.
Yep.
I paid off all my debt, paid my house off, paid my cars off,
Awesome.
got completely out of debt. So I'm just I live a lot more stress free life now.
Okay.
for me it
I'll
was
do whatever I
What
want.
about you?
yeah. For me it was like show came out like now I'm in okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Like I'm in the mode of like, okay, it was a great launch pad, and then getting all the hate that we got too that we weren't expecting kind of
Oh, yeah,
sucked.
that hate
That
was
sucked.
crazy.
That was crazy.
My
But
wife had to delete her social media
Really?
for
Yeah.
a couple of weeks because she was like, I can't read all these people
Right.
just dogging
I said-
my husband.
I'm surprised that you thought you didn't think you were gonna get all the hate. I just because people are haters. Like anytime
Oh, yeah,
anybody
people are gonna hate
it's crabs
regardless.
in a bucket. So anybody does anything better.
Dude,
It's like it's even like when you're at work and you get a promotion.
What they can do in
Everybody's gonna talk
post-
shit. Like, but this is now you're on everybody's spotlight, right?
Yep.
And it's the same 300-pound dude that never got out of his fucking ass to do anything. Is going like I know you took it kind of personal. I'm just like I don't know why they even like I get why it phases you, but like you're gonna get that hate no matter what.
well, it's just knowing what really happened out there, and then watching what they fabricated in
mean,
post
you-
with
you
editing
gotta
and stuff
think
like that. It's
They
just tough.
fit what 3,800 hours
It,
of
se-
film?
it was 700 hours of film
700 hours of film in
of audio and per person
they-
person
They
Right.
squeezed it into
into
7
8
hours.
into
Right.
7 or 8 hours.
Exactly.
7.5.
They condensed it to that. And then they have to tell a storyline because, like, no offense, like, if y'all playing it right and everything didn't make it an entertaining game.
Right,
You
it
know what I
had
mean?
to
Like,
be-
that doesn't put clicks. Their job is put, eyeballs on TV. So, like,
Dude,
they need the counterpart and they need the heel, right? That's
They
why
wanted
there's
the
the heel
drama.
in wrestling and everything else. Like, that's why, you know what I mean?
And it would have been, I mean, like I said, they made a great TV show, and it was very bingeable, very watchable.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Drake got.
I've watched it 4 times.
Oh,
Have you really?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got to watch it by myself yet. I've just watched it the one time through. But like me and Drake went out. I knew when we got together that we might get recognized more, just because it was like might click a little bit. We got recognized just at the bar last night more times than I have. Same
Yeah.
thing for him, like the whole time
I
combined.
got recognized more times last night here in Austin than I have in my hometown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Granted, I don't go out. I mean, I don't go
Right.
to bars. I don't. do none of that at home. I work and I'm at home. I
Yeah,
work and I'm at home.
take care of the kids and doing your thing. Yeah.
It's crazy how many people watched it. And what else is crazy is to get all the hate that it's funny, like the hate that you get is always so much stronger than the love.
Well, the
because
problem is like you've got all this love and you get like you fixate on the hate. You're just like,
Yeah.
that's a human nature, right?
Look,
you could have like 30
But
awesome
it's like
comments.
a 10 to 1 ratio.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm getting 10 like, oh, you're so awesome. You
Right,
did
that's what I'm
badass,
saying,
kicked
but what do
ass.
you
And
fixate?
get 1 like, oh, you're a total piece of shit.
You're like, I'm not a piece of shit. You're like engaged with that
Bro,
one.
fight me.
Right, exactly. Come talk to my face about it.
Oh man, it was crazy. But the people that are spewing so much hate, like psychopaths, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
somebody told Tina, like, I'm glad your mom, because they made it look like Tina slowed her team down and shit, and that's why they lost. Somebody told Tina, you're the reason your team lost, and I'm glad your mom has Alzheimer's or dementia or something like that.
People were saying some crazy.
And then these people had to go, because our social media was not put on the show. They had to go Google our names, find our social media, come to our social media, then spew hate. And like some people are so psychotic and they get so invested in a show that like I'd have 10 different comments on 10 different posts and like several DMs from that same person.
Same person. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They've got nothing else going on. And I mean, like the other thing is they want that interaction. Now they feel like
spewing
they
their
just
fucking-
want you to
I
comment
just feel like,
something.
hey man,
to
I love you.
validate anything they've
Yep.
ever said.
Hey man, I love you. I hope you have a great day.
Oh, my go-to is like Jesus loves you.
Yeah.
Just keep on going.
Ah, dude,
Yeah,
like-
just because don't take the bait, man.
It kills them too. That they kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
So, well, shit, we're rolling up on an hour. I got
I'm
any
about
closing?
to fucking piss myself.
All right, go
Oh, there
piss,
you go.
dude.
Go, you can take a
Yeah,
piss, man.
we'll close it out, man.
This motherfucker.
Appreciate y'all watching, guys.